God almighty, you're on the road in Florida. You need guitar strings, but you don't want to stop at Guitar Center. So you go to the local pawn shop and you walk out with a 1955 Gibson ES-125. Let's check it out. Well, about almost 15 years ago, I found myself during a little tourlet going through Florida. I ended up in Jacksonville and did not have guitar strings. Somehow I forgot to pack them. I don't know. It was the start of a tour, and I did not want to go to Guitar Center. I'll avoid that place at any length. I called around and found a little pawn shop that was near my hotel that had guitar strings. So I thought, hey, kill two birds with one stone. Go check out some cool old pawn shop guitars and get some guitar strings. So I walk in and I'm taken by this 1955 ES-125, everything original on it, right down to the tuning machines. And I had only made that they wanted $900 for it back then. It's worth a lot more now. I think I see them go anywhere from, you know, around $3 to $4 grand, depending on the shape they're in. This thing, when I got it, it was pretty mint. I've played the hell out of it, and you know, I didn't put it in a closet or anything like that. Took it out to play it. I wanted a guitar like this for years, just because of rockabilly and old blues stuff that I listen to, old country. These guitars are fantastic for that kind of stuff. But anyway, the night before I had played in, I think, Salisbury, North Carolina. And this guy, at some point, came up to the harmonica player that was playing with me and told him right before the break that he was Sammy from, and he was, I think he was in the military, he said. But anyway, he said he wanted to give me $1,000 tip. And so I go over and start talking to him right after we take a break. He comes up to me and says, "Hey, I'm Sammy, love your music, blah, 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 blah," and puts 4 $100 bills in my tip bucket. And that was pretty amazing. So then he goes, "I want to give you $600 more, but I don't have cash. I want to give it to you on my credit card." So he goes and tries to work out something with the bartender to get cash on his credit card. And I'm basically over there looking at her like, "Hey, if you give him the money, I'll give you a cut of it." You know what I mean? But anyway, he did it, and I was happy to get the $400 tip. It was a humongous nice thing that I was not expecting. So the next day was when I was on the road in Jacksonville, or no, excuse me, a couple days after that, I was on the road in Jacksonville and needed guitar strings. And so when I saw this thing, I already had some money in my pocket from what I had made from the tour. So it was easy to talk myself in to buying this guitar because, you know, I figured I was halfway there with the 400. So all I had to do was cough up another $500, which left me with about $300 of the money I had made in those 3 nights, I guess, that I had been on the road, 2 or 3 nights. But anyway, I got this guitar. I knew that I couldn't pass it up. It had the original alligator. These guitars came with like an alligator case, but it was so dilapidated, I left it at the store. It was mildewed. I mean, it looked nasty, bad. But these are fantastic guitars. They make a thin line version of it. This is the big box, the big jazz box. I'm not big into the thin line ones. You might be. They're called ES-125Ts, I think, because of the thin line. And, you know, they're good guitars, but I just, you know, I like the big jazz box when it comes to an arch top. You know, if I'm going to get an arch top, I want that big, you know, T-Bone Walker jazz box. But these were kind of, I think back in the day when these came out, they were around $164, $165, somewhere in that price point. I've got the little ad that I'm gonna include in this that I got that from. But these things were basically like sold as student guitars, I guess, for people that were kind of almost like an introductory guitar. This would have been like a more of the low-level line of Gibson arch tops. Pickup, a dog ear P90 in here. It's all you need. 1 volume control and 1 tone control. I don't like a lot of choices. I like limitation, being limited when it comes to equipment a lot of times, especially amplifiers, guitars. You know, I'm a big fan of the old 50s era amps that have 1 tone knob and 1 volume knob on them. I love that stuff. So this, you know, what it is what it is. And the cool thing about these guitars is that, you know, you can get an acoustic sound, but also if you dig in a little bit, they break up the amp a little bit. You know, they get a little, it's like the best between electric and acoustic, in my opinion. Ever since I bought this guitar about 15 years ago, it's been my #1 go-to guitar if I do a solo show. If I'm playing by myself, this is you can believe the guitar that I'm going to be playing, and that explains a lot of the wear on it. I've worn quite a bit of the neck off of it, and the back is pretty scratched up from multiple belt buckles. But hey, I got this guitar to play, not to look at. So, and I hope if you go out and get a vintage guitar, you will do the same, or a vintage amplifier. These things are meant to be played, folks. They've stood the test of time. I mean, this guitar came out in 1955, and it's been loyal and served someone besides myself, I'm sure, and me very well, along with this 1957 Fender Bassman that we took a look at in the first Out of Control Vintage. You know, these things have stood the test of time, and they're still going. And so why not continue to give them life? If you get one of these things, go out and play them, man. I mean, what you got to lose? Hey.
Howdy mighty. Life's good on the farm. Everybody's trying to be my baby.
Hey, thanks for checking out another episode of Out of Control Vintage. If you like this stuff, chances are you might like my other shows, like the Friday Night Gamble. It's a variety show with all kinds of skits and comedy, but the main focus is music. I always highlight a North Carolina musician or songwriter. Also, you might like Shiloh Saloon Stories. I've been a professional musician for nearly 25 years and shared the stage with some famous people and had some incredible experiences. I talk about the people who influenced me when I was coming up, the experiences I've had, and what led to me being a musician today. You can find all this on my YouTube channel. So remember, if you like this stuff, don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't, and also hit that notification bell so you'll know when one of these new episodes come on. All right, folks. Till next time, keep rocking.